What's up, Vetters? Patrick here with Vetted. Chris Bledsoe, author of the book UFO of God, recently sat down with News Nation journalist Ross Coulthart at the Contact in the Desert conference that took place at the end of May, beginning of June, and they just released the interview. And there's some interesting things here, especially with what's happening in Iran. And you'll understand how we start to connect the dots here. And Chris also comments on his April 2026 prediction, which he's talked about for a while, and kind of clears up some misinformation that he feels has been spread about his prediction. So stay tuned for that. All right, please hit that like button, Vetters. That really helps out the videos. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I put out new videos every week about the UFO phenomena, and I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. All right, let's jump in. Here's clip number 1.
What other things are they telling you in a broad sense about humanity?
That, I'll tell you what they told me recently was, and I put this in writing to the Pentagon in 2012 when I told this, okay? And I've told it in my book, and I've told it many times in the last 12 years. One thing she told me was, when you see Iran and Israel exchanging missiles, and I saw it, the way she tells me is a vision of, I see it like a living picture screen. I could see the rockets flying. Then all of a sudden, orbs appeared out of the ocean and everywhere. And I told the government, if this happens, the orbs are going to appear and wake people up and stop it. That's what she told me. December, November, Iran was firing rockets into Israel. Orbs appeared everywhere. The military freaked and sent up drones to muddy the water.
So you think that's a cover-up? I must confess,
100%.
We did 2 specials on News Nation about those supposed drones.
They were ours.
There were
I know
some
for
of ours.
sure they were ours.
I'm pretty sure some were ours, but there were definitely. I spoke to somebody this morning, a police officer in New Jersey.
Right.
And he said, I don't believe the government when it says these are just confused, people are just confused, they saw aircraft. He said, I know what they were. They were anomalous. They
were anomalous. They were not. In fact, the drones were ours. I know they were. For one, a fan called me and said, you won't ever believe what just happened. He had a video of this drone hovering over his house, right? It had the little appendages sticking out. It's blinking. The same ones you see stuff falling out of. He pulls a laser out and shines it on it. 30 minutes later, the FBI comes to his house and charges him. He's being charged with a federal charge right now for shining a light on a drone. He's like, you didn't say what it was. They said it's illegal to shine a light on any aircraft.
And yet the Federal Transportation Secretary, General Glenn Van Herk, the former head of Northcom NORAD, the current serving general in charge of NORAD, everybody's basically saying they're still mystified by whatever these objects were.
There were orbs. And what happened? I told this in writing to Tim Taylor and NASA and the whole group. When you see the missiles, the orbs are going to appear, and they're going to appear to the people. Well, what happened? Here they come. And then the government freaks out. Oh my God. They pulled the plug, de-escalated the fight, the orbs went away. Drones went away.
All right, so let me see if I understand this correctly. Chris is basically saying that he was told by this divine, quote, lady that he speaks to, that when Iran and Israel would be firing rockets at each other, that the orbs would present themselves and save the day, and disclosure would happen, right? We'd all know about it, right? The phenomena would step in and save the day. And again, like I said at the beginning, this was filmed at Contact in the Desert at the end of May, beginning of June, before what has since happened in Israel and Iran in the last few days, right? Because what he's talking about happened at the end of last year. He's saying the orbs did come and take care of things, but where are they now? Right? There's rockets being fired from Israel and Iran, and there's potentially a World War III about to happen. And the orbs have not come out at all and done anything whatsoever. So what are they waiting for? Maybe I'm confused here. It would be interesting to hear Chris's thoughts now, right? Because again, this was filmed 2 weeks before this stuff happened. So what would he say now, right? And I will admit it is odd that this is happening now, a year before Chris's big prediction of April 2026, which we'll get into here in just a second. But I just find it interesting. That's all. You know, where are the orbs? Why are they not protecting Israel, Iran, and not necessarily those countries, but protecting the rest of the world from what they may do to each other? And, you know, odds are America's going to get sucked into this one way or another, and some may argue we already are. So, you know, what's going on? I would love a more current, up-to-date comment from Chris about this. So, very interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, let's move on to a little bit more about Chris Bledsoe's April 2026 prediction.
Because this April date might just have something come back here and land and get out.
April 2026.
Yeah.
And okay, you know, you've put yourself in it there, Chris.
It's
because
okay.
now
It's okay.
It's going to be Chris Bledsoe says April 2026 is when it all happens.
Well,
the
no,
big reveal.
I said this in my book, so let's revert back to my
Sure.
book. And my book clearly states what Chris said, is the lady explained to me that in April of 26, there would be an alignment where this star, which is a blue star, of Regulus appears on the horizon in front of the Sphinx, and it would be red.
And you know what? This is right.
That's what she
I've
said.
actually spoken to astronomers. This is the phenomenal thing about this.
Yeah, and she said it'll be red. And when that happens, it would mark a shift into a new knowledge, not an apocalypse. That's what she told me. It doesn't mean Jesus is coming back. There's a new knowledge that's coming. What is that? Is it under the pyramids they've discovered something? Is it the Hall of Records? Is it disclosure?
Now, Chris, I've got to put myself in the position of the splenetic debunkers. They're practically wetting themselves right now. They're so angry.
I love it. I love it.
They're sitting there at home going, oh my God, this is
They're
such
just
drivel. How
uninformed.
credulous is cooked up listening to this Chris Bledsoe guy. Why couldn't we believe it? You know, is it possible she's deceiving you? Even if she is a divine being, an advanced being, couldn't she just be pulling your leg?
Well, she could be, but I can tell you this. When I told this to the government about 2026, I just repeated what she told me. They immediately put remote viewers on it. And all of a sudden, all the remote viewers are saying, oh my God, 2026, 2027, something is going to happen. We don't know what, but something.
But Chris, the official government position publicly is that we don't use remote viewers.
Well, I think we do.
I mean, look, I've thought about this a lot, and, you know, we could go back and forth on, well, he said this and this and that and this, whatever. You know, the truth is, we'll find out in less than a year, April 2026. You know, I'll be curious to see what Chris's comments are after April 2026 if nothing happens, right? But as you can see, he kind of throws out 2027 as well. April 26, 2027, somewhere in there. Wait a second. Which is it? Right? What do you mean? Remote viewers are seeing 2027, but you said 2026. Like, this divine entity, you know, maybe giving the wrong data. I don't know how else to describe it. But at the end of the day, you know, we'll see, right? Really no point in arguing back and forth on this. You know, make a prediction. All right, we'll wait and see. Clock's ticking. When that day comes and nothing happens, what then, right? And if something happens, something happens. It's also very general. A new knowledge will be revealed. What does that mean? A new knowledge? What kind of new knowledge, right? It's so general that if something happens, you can just point to it and say, see, that was the new knowledge. And he says the structures under the pyramids, well, those are being discovered now. So it's not April 2026. Like, I don't know. I think that's the problem with predictions. And no one I have ever spoke to in this community is a fan of people making predictions. Just saying. So, I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? April 2026? Chris Bledsoe? Let's move on. Got two more clips. These are kind of interesting. And they were small comments just made off the cuff, but I found them to be quite revealing. Take a look at the first one.
I mean, it's interesting. I've got many religious friends, and I was having a conversation with one of them the other day, and she teases me that I talk about UFOs and think that they're possibly extraterrestrial or aliens or something like that. She thinks they're angels. And when I asked her what these angels look like, she said they're orbs.
Well, yeah, and I think that's probably what they are, although I don't know. In a court of law, I couldn't tell you that I'm for sure of anything, but I can tell you that they come with prayer. When I say a prayer, that's when they come. I don't do any rituals or any whatever you may do, or I just say a simple prayer.
I mean, on one hand, he gives these predictions and makes these huge claims that include healing, connecting with the divine entities, praying, orbs show up. There's a lot of claims, big claims here. Having a knowledge that the rest of us don't have, and a connection that the rest of us don't have, a specialness, right, about him. But at the same time, he's like, I'm not sure of anything, and in a court of law, I couldn't say that, right? So what do we do with that information, right? And I appreciate Chris being candid here, but it does kind of undermine everything he's saying, because he sounds so sure and a matter of fact about it, but at the same time says, I don't know anything, which I agree. I don't know anything either. And I just found that to be quite interesting, to be honest with you. Now, this next clip is also kind of interesting.
What do you reckon is the reason why? This is the thing that vexes me the most. Why the secrecy? I mean, it's pretty blooming obvious. You're having an experience with something that is real.
Right.
Why do they continue to deny any knowledge of engagement with anomalous phenomena?
I'm pretty sure it's based on national security and technology, and it's the Department of Defense that enforces that. They have more information, the United States does, about the UFO than any other country, and they covet it.
The reason I showed that clip is because I wanted to point out that there was no possible way Chris Bledsoe could know that. Zero. Even if he was told that by members of our government, that doesn't mean it's true at all. Because let's break this down. It's a numbers game. He would have to know exactly what every country in the world has, right? When it comes to, quote, ET stuff, right? Spaceship, this, that, and the knowledge they have, the studies they've done. He would have to know all of that knowledge from every single country and everything America knows, and be able to say this is more than that. Now, if he meant I was told that, then that's different. But he's saying it as if it's a fact. And again, there is no possible way for him to know that, but he is saying it as if it's fact. And again, maybe it's just semantics here, and maybe he could expand further. He didn't in this interview, otherwise I would include it. But it's those kind of matter of a fact, statements that worry me a little bit. Because again, at the end of the day, he still says, not sure of anything. So I don't know what to do with all this. So anyway, make up your own mind. I'll put a link in the description to the full interview if you want to go check it out. Link in the description. As always, leave your comments down below. We'll see you on the next one, Vetters. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace.